for a pure gasoline sedan with an out-the-door price under $14,000. Today, we're taking a look at the Buick Verano Pro to see whether it's worth considering and what advantages, disadvantages, and common issues this car has. The car length is 46 inch and the wheelbase is 2,700 millimeters. Over the years, models from the same era like the Buick XL GT, Ford Focus, and Chevrolet Cruze have all gradually been discontinued, while the Verano Pro, after its redesign in 2020, has continued to maintain monthly sales of around 20,000 units thanks to heavy discounts. Taking the second lowest trim shown in the video, the 1.5T Enjoy Edition as an example, the sticker price is about $16,500, and the actual out-the-door price right now is only around $12,000 to $13,000. In terms of power, this car uses a relatively rare combination in this class of a 1.5T engine paired with a CVT transmission, producing 184 horsepower. Its horsepower is about 10 HP higher than the 1.5T Civic, Sagitar, and even the 1.5T Buick Regal, and the 0-60 mph acceleration time is around 7 seconds. So at this point, it's already very clear that if you cannot tolerate weak grandma-style acceleration in the under $14,000 price range, then this is the car to choose. However, it's important to note that this is not a particularly worry-free car. Fuel economy is actually acceptable, with real owner feedback showing an average combined fuel consumption of just over 33 mpg. The biggest issue is that in the first half of this year, there were a large number of online complaints and warranty claims regarding steering assist oil leaks. What problems can steering assist oil leaks cause? At highway speeds, the steering wheel may develop a notchy feeling. Notice this is not complete steering lockup, but a kind of sticking sensation. Specifically, when turning the wheel, the steering may not feel especially smooth and fluid, instead giving a stepped or segmented feeling. Of course, everyone should view this issue rationally, especially considering the current out-the-door price of around $12,000 to $13,000. Next, let's look at the main features and space performance of this car. LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, and automatic headlights all come standard. On the side, it uses small 16-inch wheels, and the tires are also relatively narrow at 205 mm. The side mirrors do not have power folding. The door handles do not support keyless entry, and you still need to use the key to start the car. The rear suspension is a non-independent setup, which is expected, but it does include a Watts linkage that helps suppress side-to-side rear axle movement and improve stability to some extent. At the rear, this trim also lacks keyless entry and a backup camera, possibly for safety reasons. The trunk can only be opened using the key or the switch inside the cabin, which is somewhat inconvenient, but once opened, the cargo space is genuinely large, with 530 millimeters of internal height and a total capacity of 480 liters, which is even larger than the Regal's trunk. However, the spare tire is very small, and as the second lowest trim, this version also does not support folding rear seat backs. Next, let's get inside and take a look at the interior. For detailed Buick Verano model information, Dongchaedy's database provides complete specifications and configurations for reference. The front dashboard and center console areas still use quite a lot of soft-touch materials, and combined with the dual screen setup and glossy trim panels, the overall look does not feel cheap at all. The steering wheel is leather-wrapped, and this trim even comes with adaptive cruise control. However, while the large screen looks nice, it doesn't seem especially user-friendly. The resolution is average with noticeable graininess, response speed is average, and occasional lag can occur. The functionality itself is decent, though, with 4G connectivity, navigation, and Apple CarPlay support. Moving to the rear seats, although the 2,700mm wheelbase is not particularly impressive on paper, the actual space is surprisingly generous. For someone like me at 5'10" and 160 pounds, there is still close to 2 fists of legroom left in the rear. The seat cushioning and backrest angle are also very well designed, so rear seat space and ride comfort are relatively excellent. So in summary, for around $12,000 to $13,000, getting over 180 horsepower makes performance the biggest selling point of this car. The trunk and rear passenger space are also impressive, and break the stereotype that American cars have cramped interiors. However, it does have some small common issues. Overall reliability is average, and the equipment level is not particularly high, with commonly used features like keyless entry, push-button start, and a backup camera all missing.